short. What's the play call, Dan? An area where Ventura is only 1 of 3 tonight.
I've got Aaron Stanton, a guy who could take the load. It's a 3rd and short situation. I just hand the ball off and test that defensive front, see if I could compete with them.
Well, Paul Harris had the start, but Aaron Stanton now getting more time. 5'8" running back, and he is just so elusive in between the trenches. The first down make is the 42. Tigers tied to the line. Nichols set. Back to throw. Flips it over the middle. Picked off. Cortland Fort the other way across the 35. Still going, and he's taken down at the 33. Back-to-back turnovers if you're Ventura. That time it cost him, and a late flag too.
Yeah, Ventura's frustrated right now. That flag right there will be a personal foul. A lot of extracurricular activity after that one, and it just goes to show how RCC could affect your mindset as well. Not only the play on the field, but the mental game too.
Another 15 yards due to a personal foul. The sophomore out of Etiwanda. That is Cortland Fort. What's phenomenal, Dan, is that the Tigers, without Shashawn Broughton, don't miss a beat as Cortland Fort, his backup, ends up making the interception. But you take a look at the play, and Dan, he threw it right to him.
He really did. It's just the pressure. Riverside brought everybody, engaging 8. All linebackers, all defensive linemen going in, causing and disrupting, and that's what they do best. They don't necessarily have to get a sack, but the key is disrupting. And that's what they did, coming up with that interception. 25 seconds remain in this first quarter.
Well, you take a look at the numbers,
so much
Dan.
going on.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a look at the numbers. As King will pump fake, he's going end zone. It's nearly picked off the other way, as the man to tip it away is for the Pirates, Marquise Price. You take a look at the statistics, Dan, and you have 2 turnovers if you're Ventura, and offensively you have yet to pick up any more than 2 first downs, yet you still are only trailing by 4.
Yeah, it seems like special teams needs 2 more touchdowns for Ventura, but let's see if this defense could hold RCC to at least a field goal. But RCC is the best in the state when they're in the red zone, hitting 85% when they reach that 20-yard line.
And now they've hit 16 of their last 17 trips inside the 20-yard line.
Wow.
That must be among the best in the state of California. And when you reach the 20-yard line, it has to be a brand-new mindset.
It really has. When you're the offense, you're feeling good. You see it right there, that goal line. You've got to be able to break it, and the playbook is totally open when you're RCC. So many weapons to use, but when you're defense, when you're Ventura right now, it's difficult. I mean, you start to feel that pressure. You start getting backed up against the ropes, as they like to say.
Well, Ventura is now backed up in the ropes, if you will, Dan. Back-to-back touchdowns have given the Tigers a 17-13 lead, and off the timeout, Riverside sets up shop inside the Ventura 20. And this is where the drive begins, following the interception by Cortland Fort and the 15-yard personal foul. The clock is stopped with only 20 seconds to go here. 2 wide set. Christopher Anderson wanders back behind the line. Handoff goes his way across the 20. Squirts to the 15, and he's pummeled right there. Tackle made for the Pirates by Kyler O'Harlan. He is interestingly enough, racked up 127 tackles as a member of Kailahiki High School in Hawaii. He's in there on the stop, and that'll be the end of the first. 17-13, Tigers on top and looking for more.
A high-scoring affair so far. 17 points for RCC, 13 for Ventura. It's not the type of ball game RCC necessarily wants to be a part of. They typically like to have this game on their side as far as a blowout. Typically, that's what they've been doing all year. But this one, it might come down to the bitter end or a sweet end.
Looks like we'll send it down to the third member of our crew, Christopher Sylvester, who will have a game update. Chris?
Thanks, guys. Just wanted to get everybody updated on this RCC Sports Network update as far as scores go. Mount Sac, they were able to knock off Fullerton College.
We knew that 5 hours ago, man.
44-14.
Come on, man.
Butte College, the defending state champions, they're done. They lose to American River 20-17. And CCSF, City College of San Francisco, they take care of Chabot.
Hey, Chris, it's going to be fun having you next to us in the other press box, as we call the RCC, hopefully RCC, Mount Sac game next week.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and the stats fly out the window. I'll send it back to Nick Rice and Dan Godino on the call.
All right, well, thanks, Chris. 17-13 at the end of one, but interestingly enough, the Tigers have been the only ones scoring touchdowns offensively, and they hold a 4-point lead. Pistol back handoff to Christopher Anderson, who's out to around the 12-yard line. Now it brings up, Dan, an interesting fourth down scenario. They'll bring out the kicking unit.
Yeah, Jimmy Camacho already hit a 35-yard field goal, opening up the scoring for Riverside. Let's see if he adds another 3 for a 20-13, what would be a 20-13 score for Riverside.
Jimmy Camacho, the quiet man on the football team, looking to make it 2 for 2. High snap, kick on the way, has the distance, and is good. 2 for 2 for Jimmy Camacho, who was called the goalie of the year out of Los Angeles in high school, transferred over to Riverside to be a kicker, and has been phenomenal for the Tigers. Now following that boot, make it near perfect for the Citrus Hill kicker this year, 20 of 25 on field goals.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who's always going to be on point and on target. But how about special teams for Ventura? Returning a 100-yarder and an 80-plus yarder already on Riverside?
Well, the Tigers have outgained the Ventura College Pirates 170-9 on total offense, yet they only trail by a touchdown, 20-13 our score. Special teams has saved the day if you're the Pirates in this ball game. A touchdown would tie it at 20. Following the field goal with 14:23 to go, Tigers lead 20-13.
Ventura will be coming out right now on offense, and if I'm Ventura, I want to slow this ball game. It's got this fast-paced feel. I'd like to go to the ground and just pound it out and force Riverside to play that defense and wear out that defense.
Paul Harris, the redshirt sophomore, with now 3 kickoff return touchdowns, and a new man returning the football. That's Christopher Marshall, back deep to receive the Jimmy Camacho boot. This will be the 4th time that the Citrus Hill kicker is out to kick it off if you're the Tigers. And he approaches, sends it away. End over end boot. Chris Marshall, out of 5 yards deep in his end zone, will take a knee. 14:23 to go. Tigers on top, 20-13. And the Ventura College Pirates will start just their 3rd offensive possession, and they've been 0 for 2 thus far.
How about the RCC defense? We talk about them all the time. They're just a team, a defensive group that just is overwhelming every offense they face. And here again, already causing 2 turnovers, and we're barely in the first half. And they're usually a team that steps it up in the 4th.
Yeah, Mark Evans, a man who has been among the best, 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions on the road this year. Thus far, 2 of 4 for -5 yards and an interception. Flips it out near side, pass is caught, and on the completion is Chris Marshall, who's bullied out of bounds and a late flag as he's run for about a 5-yard pickup. Now make it 20, following a Trayvon Watson bonehead hit on the near sideline.
Yeah, Trayvon Watson right there has to slow his row and know the situation. The play was over. There's no need to hit him all hard on the sideline where both officials are standing. So bonehead move right there on his part, and he understands.
Now, it's been that kind of night for both ball clubs. 7 penalties now. 4 for the Tigers, 3 for the Ventura College Pirates. And now off a free opportunity, Ventura has a fresh set of downs at their own 47. Tigers back behind the line. It's a nickel set, and they'll rush 4. Handoff on a delay goes Stanton. Bounces off 1 tackle, keeps on going, squirms across midfield outside the numbers, and will sprint out of bounds at the Riverside 43, which will be more than enough for a Ventura College first down. Move the chains.
Paul Harris has got to be able to step up with Stanton sitting out. So right there, Harris making moves to the outside and doing what he does best, being elusive.
All 3 of the Ventura College running backs stand at 5'10" or shorter, yet have made monumental impacts in tonight's ball game. Paul Harris, the latest recipient of a Ventura first down. Stanton into block, flips it out near side, and Chris Marshall has the grab. And Mark Evans has had a much better drive thus far. 2 for 2 on pass completions, and that will be right near a Ventura first down, make it a gain of 9.
Yeah, and the reason he's been so successful in this drive is that offensive front is stepping up alongside those running backs that stand next to him before the snap. Everyone's blocking.
Well, Mark Evans was picked off last time out on the field. 13-17 to go. Evans has driven the Pirates from their own 30 out to the visiting 33. First down and 10. Fumbles the football. It's recovered, and he'll go for a score as Jonah Moy has it. 30, 20, 15, 10. It's just a formality from now. He can walk into the end zone. The linebacker with his second return touchdown of the year, and it was too easy. The touchdown for Jonah Moy, make it number 2 on his career.
Jonah Moy, the Hawaii commit, now with his first touchdown of the year. What a way to start off this first half, 26-13. Riverside in control, and it looks like the turnover game is always won by the Riverside Tigers.
That'll be the third turnover for Ventura College in tonight's ball game, and following a disaster on special teams, the defense, and now you take a look at Jonah Moy. It's the linebacker that comes right back into the fold. Following the third score in a matter of minutes, the Tigers claim a 27-13 lead.
I got a question for you, Nick.
Yes.
Who does this defense remind you of? I'm talking about an NFL team. It's a team that just is it's super intimidating. It's constantly causing problems, havoc, and turnovers. Mm-hmm. Who does it remind you of? Let's ask Chris Sylvester.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of, and listen, this is obviously maybe somewhat of an exaggeration, but the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if you remember them.
That's right.
Back in the day with Trent Dilfer and Ray Lewis. This was just a ball club that was flat out dominant defensively, and on the offensive side, they basically just had to be so patient. And in this ball game, it's now been the offense in the playoffs that have opened up the playbook. Isaac Whitney with the long score, and so far opening half, I would have yet to expect it, but Riverside has put up 27 points. Now, given part of that was defensively, but they have put up their best first half production of the year, Dan, and it comes with 12 minutes to go in the first round of the playoffs.
And technically, with 13 points on the board, but the defense hasn't given up a point.
And they'll have to continue to try and look at their special teams, give up another long run across the 30, and Paul Harris reaches the 32-yard line. Well, with 12:53 to go, Mark Evans has an opportunity to resurrect what has been a subpar half for him, as so far the sophomore quarterback is 4 of 6 passing for a grand total of 9 yards. You include the interception and the fumble by the QB, and he has flat out not played his best football thus far.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing well. He must be really stressed out. He's got to come out here and design something for his Pirate squad. Mark Evans in the last play, fumbling the snap, never got a chance to even recover. Jonah Moy picks it up, takes it to the house. Here we are, 27-13, 12:53 left in this first half.
An opportunistic defense if you're the Riverside City College Tigers. That would be the 6th touchdown by the defense this year. Evans chucks it long, has a man open, and caught, but his feet were, well, they call inbounds. Yes, sir. Aaron Lacombe with the grab all the way into enemy territory. Make it a pickup of 50 down to the Riverside 29.
Ray Ford defending that one. Complaining in frustration right now, asking for an offensive pass interference. He feels like that wide receiver pushed off a little bit too much. But this is exactly what Mark Evans and the Pirates needed, a big play. Here we go.
Well, Ray Ford for the Tigers stands at 5'10". Meanwhile, the redshirt freshman Lacombe, 6'4", 225 pounds. A size differential there, and it'll be a pickup of 50 from Evans to Lacombe. Back to throw, flits it out near side. Pass is complete. There goes Paul Harris, who squirms for a Ventura College first down. 2 plays, 63 yards down the football field, and Riverside's got to be awfully concerned with the first red zone opportunity for Ventura today. It's been too easy.
Boy, those 2 kick returns are really affecting the outcome of this game. Ventura's still in the ball game.
You get 13 free points if you're a Mark Evans, and really, there's no excuse. You got to be able to come out offensively, given that you've had 2 free opportunities on the special team side. 12:03 to go. 1st and 10 at the visiting 15. Evans floats it to the end zone. Passes in and out of the hands of Aaron Lacombe. He had a touchdown.
Lacombe had to come down